There are 121 extremely balanced cards in Clash Royale, and today I'm going to play the best card for every single rarity in the game. Starting off with the commons, the minions. The minions have been game-breakingly strong ever since they got their buff to the range, which helps them outrange E-Giants, outrange mortars, X-Bows, you name it, and so they are doing way more damage and getting way more value than ever before. They are the perfect mix of like a hybrid of DPS and a cycle card and a swarm counter and a range unit that they do just everything right. Can be put in so many different decks, whether it's cycle, bait, beat down, control, you name it. Minions are just a really solid option. Now we've got a monk. We've got a monk in what I assume is E-Golem, which is not, you know, the most fun thing to go up against, but you know what, it should be fine here. I will oh, are we sure it's E-Golem? I'm not mortar. Mortar, what are we shooting at, dog? Okay, so we did manage to get a little couple hundred damage on both lanes here. Nothing too crazy. Switch to target to the Ice Wizard, thank you. Hey, quality defense from the mortar. All right, he's got a bowler. I'm going to go in with another mortar here to apply a little bit more pressure. We are already to our Evo Skelly barrel. I'm actually going to use minions here combined with the Barbarian barrel to apply a little bit of a counter push here. We actually do manage to get a mortar shot, force out a fireball, which should make my musketeer a lot more valuable. That's one of the other things minions do really well is spell bait. So not only is it good like to get them to... Oh my god, I actually can't defend this too well. Looks like we're going to have to take a battle ram charge just because that bowler was there. Kind of had an awkward hand for dealing with the battle ram there. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but it's fine because he's going to have to respond to this counter push as well as the mortar in the opposite lane. Let's follow up with the Skelly barrel just in case he plays like a monk or something. So now he's additionally going to have to play something else. I'm going to bar barrel on the... Oh, I didn't need to. Nice. The mortar didn't even shoot or it didn't even have the little... Can I speak English? Genuinely, can I just speak English? Okay, I'm going to taunt here so that hopefully I am able to keep this alive a little longer. We're going to tank for the goblin and we're going to kill the bowler as well. Look at all of that damage from the Evo mortar. Okay, I don't even remember what I typoed my voice on, but you know what? We're going to just ignore it and move on. We've got his tower down at about a 1,100 damage disadvantage for us, which is good. We're going to snipe that out, just take a quick fireball here, and I believe we should be able to guarantee impact damage. I'm going to get a quick taunt going here so that these skeletons do not get shot at and we are able to stall a little bit, which is nice because we were able to get extra skelly damage here. I don't think he hits the ability in time to kill my musk, but this is going to be a little bit of an intimidating push to deal with. Let's try and... Okay, nice. I was going to say we can try and get that ability out of him. Nice. And now we can maybe fireball. Oh, geez. This is going to be one hell of a push, especially since we're still targeting the freaking monk, bro. Okay, fireball here. Skellies. I'm very, very happy with how that defense went, actually. I was a little scared. I might have to burn an Evo mortar to defend this, which is not my favorite play, but I could potentially taunt. And he might not think it's... Oh, he goes to the test last second. He's a smart cookie. I was hoping that he'd think the mortar would just die so we didn't need to respond to it. But he ended up responding to it anyways. However, this is nice because he has no Tesla for our skeleton barrel. So you might have to fireball it. I will take this fireball and then just get ready for defense. He just decides to tornado, which is probably smart. Should I risk it and try and snipe this E-Drag? And if it doesn't work, taunt. I'm still gonna taunt here, I think. Oh! The monk retargeted my muskie onto the E-Dragon! That is huge! Okay, I'm taking this mortar here. I'm taking a Skelly barrel. Don't care. He's not hitting this fireball. We're gonna cycle up another fireball. We do happen to hit an E-Drag. I wasn't trying to, but I will take it. Just so we can cycle back to another fire... What level is my fireball? Oh, God. We're gonna have to go mortar out here, just in case. What level is my fireball? Yay! My fireball is leveled properly! Let's go. I'm gonna fireball here, and we didn't really get to show off the power of the minions too much, but I assure you they're an amazing card. Actually, they did a good job, especially on that really hard defense. Now, the best rare card in Clash Royale is by far the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. And I'd go so far as to say, not even the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A., the Mini P.E.K.K.A. in general. What's special about the Hero, speak of the devil, is we are able to use the Mini P.E.K.K.A. as more of a mini tank than we usually would be able to use it as. Now, the Mini P.E.K.K.A. has one downside, obviously, being that... you usually don't use it for having as much health. Like you'd want maybe a Valk or a Knight or something. Okay, that's one of the E-Wizards of all time. But yeah, I mean, it forced out an E-Wizard because I could have healed and he had to play something there. That's the impact of the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. But the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. is really good because you're able to basically increase the max HP of the card, making it better as a mini tank and less as a DPS dealer, because everyone knows the mini P.E.K.K.A. is absolutely phenomenal on defense and also paired with the right cards phenomenal on offense. So it's going to be getting a crazy amount of value as a mini tank as well now that it's able to heal. I'm going to take this Boss Bandit on this mini P.E.K.K.A. and then I think could probably go with my own mini P.E.K.K.A. here, because it's not like mini P.E.K.K.A. would deal great damage against the P.E.K.K.A. here. I'm going to probably level it up early so it just doesn't die. And then I think go E-Wizard. Boss Bandit should dash on the Firecracker. Beautiful. Okay, so I did dash early, but that's fine because he has no elixir to deal with this right now. So he's going to do that. That's kind of fine. I mean, I could have maybe zapped there and we would have been able to potentially... oh, I don't know if that barbell was worth it. Maybe I should have played on the E-Wiz, but it's okay. We only take one P.E.K.K.A. hit, and I could have zapped, maybe killed the E-Wiz, but I don't know if it would have been worth it. Probably would have. It's usually better to just use the zaps. But the mini P.E.K.K.A. just, it's such a good card. It was already one of the best cards in the entire game, and then they gave it an Evo. And like just needs a nerf. It's getting a nerf, but it's not going to be enough. The base card is really strong as well. So we have Magic Archer for a little bit of DPS here. It's going to Fireball, miss the Boss Bandit. I actually will dash out here and pair this with an E-Wizard. And I think dash out again here so that we're able to get the P.E.K.K.A. to target on skeletons. And we're actually going to be able to snipe his mini P.E.K.K.A. out. Beautiful. He has the Evo Wizard, which is fine. We could just go mini P.E.K.K.A. here. It shouldn't get shoved back by the ability because we didn't let it charge. Nice. I'm going to tank this and then just go in with a little bit of a heal here so that he still has to respond to the mini P.E.K.K.A. Or at least it's going to clog up the lane for a second. I will take this Magic Archer. He probably goes E-Wizard on top of it, so we'll only get like a couple of hits. He has to Fireball it. Mini P.E.K.K.A. gets a big shot on the P.E.K.K.A., which now makes it way easier to defend. And what do you play here? Wizard, maybe? Go Barbell first. Okay, he did. Nice. So I'm going to go with the mini P.E.K.K.A. here first since the Wizard is distracted. We're going to be able to take that out. I'm going to pair this with an Evo Zap. Heal my mini... Oh, no! No! I don't know what happened. Oh, man. Okay, well, Barbell just misses the mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay, I really need to start actually hitting Barbarrels. But let's see. I'm actually going to throw a Battle Ram mini P.E.K.K.A. over here just because I'm not convinced we're going to have a great time going after the King Tower. I'm going to level this up real quick. Get a little bit of a zap going in here too so he can't heal his mini P.E.K.K.A. We're going to get a big shot on the tower, which is nice. And then I think start with the E-Wizard here first, which unfortunately does get fireballed, but he doesn't have Fireball and Cycle because he just had to use it on defense. That's great. Skelly's going to come in here and oh, that actually lets my Boss Bandit dash, which is great for me. I can just continue to go in on offense here with the mini P.E.K.K.A. Now force out something there, then go with the Battle Ram on the King Tower. He has to commit an entire freaking P.E.K.K.A. But if you play an E-Wizard, it's just going to get stomped by the Boss Bandit. He already knows that. GG's. Now, the best epic card in Clash Royale is definitely the Witch. An honorable mention, the Bowler. I wouldn't put him as the best, but he's insanely strong, and so it helps that I'm using him in this deck. But the Witch, she's an annoying card against certain matchups, especially in mid-ladder. Her skeletons are really annoying. She does pretty good splash damage, and most people don't know how to counter her efficiently. But that's not the problem with the card. The problem was when she begins to heal herself, and you are going to see that early and often here in this game, I assume. As soon as we can get to our Eva Witch. I am playing the best Witch deck in Clash Royale right now. There are different variations you can play, potentially with the Vines and things like that, that are also decent. I'm going to go mini P.E.K.K.A. here just to continue to add to this just flurry of just troops on the board. Oh, it predicted E-Spirit! I totally knew he had E-Spirit and was going to do that, but look at the skeletons from the Witch helping the mini P.E.K.K.A. out. I'm actually going to snowball here to potentially maybe summon more skeletons before... I was going to say maybe summon some more skeletons before the tower targeted the Witch, but pretty successful little first push there, if I wouldn't say so myself. Against the Boss Bandit, I just thought to myself, the Witch is really good against most cards in the game. I mean, a lot of the time you aren't going to need to have a tank for her skeletons to get value, but with that being said, I mean, Witch is just so... Really? That's your push? Are we dead ass? But yeah, you're going to need a tank for the witch most times for her to be able to get value out of her skeletons. But when she has that tank, you're going to be able to get high DPS because of the skeletons. You're going to get good splash damage. Very good positive elixir trades usually come from... I'm going to snowball this to get her off of the tower so I don't take that much. The witch is going to overheal herself, summon more skeletons so she doesn't dash on that. And now I'm going to be able to just go in with an opposite lane push because he still has to respond to the giant, right? We're going to get good arrows value on everything here. She's going to heal herself, as you can see. I think she's able to take that out. We'll go snowball. I just activated the king tower. Okay, maybe I need to lock in a little bit. But hey, I mean, she's summoning more skeletons. She survives the delivery there. Mini P.E.K.K.A. unfortunately does not get in front to counter that, but look how much elixir he's spent trying to defend that card. That's insane. Like, she got so much damage, and he still had to overcommit to her. So it's just incredible. I'm actually going to BM a little bit and not arrows the tower here. I probably should have just arrowed the tower. If I lose, I can't lose from here. Are you kidding me? How could I possibly lose from this scenario? Oh, forgot about that card for a second. No, still, how could I? Oh, maybe I should minions on the, yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's okay. Arrows does 135 damage. We can play a little edge royale. Okay, it could have been a little closer, but maybe we shouldn't do that. Now, I'm not actually going to give the role of why are you executioning a... I should be able to get a king to activation here. No? No? Yay! Hooray! I'm actually not going to give it to the fisherman either. I'm giving it to the Evo Royal Ghost. Even though I think that the the fisherman is just a really, really solid card. The Evo Ghost continues to be one of the best cards in Clash Royale because of his sheer DPS output, spawn damage, ability to be put in any deck in the game, and the fact that he's extremely easy to cycle and always forces out something. So even if your ghost isn't directly getting a ton of damage, the Evo version is forcing out something that will help your rest of your deck get good damage. Now, the Mega Knight I do think is really strong in mid ladder, but it's completely dead on top ladder because people just really don't know how to play against the card and oftentimes give it way too much value. So you're going to see it getting a lot more value than it normally would because people are just using it wrong. And as you can see, I just throw a ghost up there when he's low on elixir or has to commit to something else, and his tower is at 1900. So now that we have the Evo in hand, I'm keeping a close eye on what he has in his hand as well, because oftentimes the Royal Ghost is best played first on defense to get the initial wave of DPS and spawn damage creature guardian thingies out. And then you're going to see him go underground or like stealth mode again. And then that's where the offensive potential comes in. So, of course, you could just use him on offense, but he has real two-way potential. And as you can see, he's just going to murk that entire tower pretty quickly. The Royal Ghost comes in. We have some damage for the Hoggies as well. And although this guy isn't the coldest spoon in the fridge, Royal Ghost makes this a lot easier than like Evo Hunter, for example, because he just applies so much pressure. And also the damage he deals, which may not have been highlighted in this game, but the extra damage he deals on defense allows you to save elixir to spend on offense, which is just really, really helpful in so many... I don't know why it was so hard for me to stay helpful in so many different situations. Now, the best champion in Clash Royale is actually not the Boss Bandit, which is a little surprising. I'm going with the Golden Knight. Now, the reason the Golden Knight does have better statistics than the Boss Bandit, I'm not just going to go off stats, though. He has a really high use percentage for a champion at 8% in all of Ultimate Champion and a 51% win rate, which is really cool for a card that has that much. Oh, can we drag back anything potentially so I can get a bigger Golden Knight dash here? Nice, nice, nice. We're not able to hit the Dark Goblin, but that's fine. We're able to take most of the shields off, get some good damage there. All right, we'll go Bar Barrel here, and we should be able to kill the Dark Goblin. Go with the little mini P.E.K.K.A. action, which should be able to kill the mini P.E.K.K.A. Honestly, I don't really care about that one little, like, thing on the left tower. It's whatever. We'll just probably... Okay. So I do want to save my zap for offense in the future. But the Golden Knight is just going to be able to be played more often than the Boss Bandit is, especially when you get to opponents who aren't just walking positive elixir trades. You're not going to be able to have that many opportunities to play the Boss Bandit. Whereas the Golden Knight is just a mini tank who's going to have the potential to get game-breaking dashes every single time you play him. His DPS really isn't that bad either, which is His number one downside, I'd say, is probably his DPS. But, I mean, it's not even that bad. And it can be covered up a lot easier than it can against the than Boss Bandit's flaw, which is not being good against swarms. Now, the Boss Bandit, I think, is the main thing to compare Golden Knight to. I don't think Monk or any of the other champions are on the level of these two, but Golden Knight is really nice because it's easier to cover up damage than it is to cover up swarm countering, because it's a little bit difficult. You have to switch the entire maybe spells of your deck or things like that, whereas, you know, when bait's dominating the meta, it's so much nicer to have a card who just runs through bait like the Golden Knight does. So I'm assuming he's going to, yeah, use that ability there. I'll just dash a little bit here, get some nice, as you can see, heal up again, get some nice damage. I'll go with the Ice Golem quickly as well, just to tank against this mini P.E.K.K.A. It's gonna get one shot. Oh my god. All right, we're going to mount the comeback because it's time. It's just time. Let me run through these goblins real quick, and then it's time to get the 3 muskies involved. 3 Musketeers, baby! And he is going to go in with the Dark Goblin in that lane, which is totally fine. Wouldn't be surprised to see him taunt, although I don't think it would do that much. Well, Ice Golem here to get the recruit off so we can damage down this Knight really quickly. And now is where the counter push will start to hit. Let's get a Golden Knight in here and not preemptively. That's preemptively dashed. He can't stop it. Golden Knight gets to the tower and clears the way for our Battle Ram to just instantly defeat that. Boss Bandit ain't doing all that. Taunt ain't gonna stop the Battle Ram from one-tapping that. Beautiful, beautiful work, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that barbell. Mwah.